Bushcraft 412, and another knife review, last one of the night, guys. And then I got a few more coming in the mail, and I'm done with knives for a while. This one here is the SOG Team Leader. I picked this one up today. It was around 55, maybe like 60 bucks, somewhere in that neighborhood. I can't remember. I bought a whole bunch of stuff with it. Very cool little knife for the money. And we're going to go over this knife in detail and talk about it. So here we go. This is a 5-inch AUS 8 stainless steel knife. AUS 8 is not a horrible stainless steel. It's comparable to 440C, which is a decent steel when it's heat treated properly. I know Cold Steel uses AUS 8 for like their outdoors. Not their Cold Steel uses it for a couple of their knives. I know that. I don't want to get into models I can't remember offhand. This knife, 5-inch blade, which I think I already mentioned. Full tang construction, as you can see, end to end, with nice, I think they're glass reinforced nylon overlay handles, and they do have little Allen wrench screws keeping them in place in case you ever want to take it out, take it apart, maybe for cleaning or whatnot. Very generous plus-sized lanyard hole, which is nice because a lot of them are pretty small and it's tough to get a piece of paracord in there. This is pretty generous, plus it sticks down far enough where you can definitely use it as a striking weapon if you're using this knife for self-defense. We have some nice jimping on the back of the blade. Good finger guard there too. Great choke up and ergonomics on the blade. As you can see, the texturing on the handle is very good. Really pleased with that texturing. It has a really good feel in the hands. The blade is full flat grind, as you can see, down to the edge. Let me get that to focus right. Full flat grind down to the edge. No secondary bevel up there. So it basically is one grind straight down to the edge. Thickness is pretty decent, I gotta say. Very nice, like I said before, very nice ergonomic handle. Really enjoy the handle quite a bit on this. Feels really good in the hand. Sharpness out of the box. This knife is, it will take hair off your arm. It will cut paper. I got a little paper over here from the Swiss Army demonstration. We'll see what we can do with this. As you can see, cuts paper perfectly fine straight out of the box. Get that out of the way. So, very nice edge on it, straight on out. This knife, I think, is, to be honest, a little overpriced. You're talking about a $55 knife here, and it's actually very comparable in size and shape to the Gerber Big Rock camp knife there, which is a $30 knife, and that also uses stainless steel. This isn't a terrific wilderness survival knife. You can go out and buy a K-bar, on Amazon, and K-bars are cheaper than this. You can buy an Ontario that's cheaper than this. Some of the Becker knives are cheaper than this knife, so I think it is a little overpriced in its category because it's got some pretty stiff competition. Did that stop me from buying it? No. I've never owned SOG before tonight, and I really wanted to try them out, so I bought this and the Aura Seal. And, I really wanted to try them out and see what I liked about them and see if I was interested in buying any more of their knives. And from this one here, I really enjoy this knife more than the Aura Seal. This has a lot of properties on a knife that I enjoy. Number one, when I'm looking for a knife, my preference is for a full one-piece knife, full tang with the overlay handles. That is my preference for a knife. And why I like that? Because I know the knife full tang, I can see the full tang, and it just kind of uncomplicates things because you know you have a solid one-piece knife, and if something were to happen to the handle scales, this knife is still functionable. You know, I can wrap it with paracord and do whatever, and I still have a 100% operating knife. Whereas if something happens to the handle of your K-bar, you know, you can still wrap it or do whatever, but I like these, you know, the full tang with the overlay handles. It's my favorite style. It's a drop point, so it's got a nice pointy tip. If you're going to be doing any game processing with the knife, that's a big plus. It's not very well suited for anything like batoning wood or chopping, because it's just not heavy enough in the blade. Because the blade does thin out, even though it's a nice thick blade, it does thin out near the edge quite a bit, as you can see. So it's not really a knife I would use for digging or prying or anything like that. I think this would be great for... This is a nice light duty camp knife, great hunting knife, fishing knife. You know, maybe even probably make a pretty good bushcraft style knife. You know, you're just not going to be very good with batoning. Self-defense, it would actually probably work terrific for self-defense. It's a little bit heavy for that, and the sheath is a little bit lacking. It's just kind of a standard... Oh, let me back out a little bit. Just a standard nylon sheath, Velcro. Nothing fancy whatsoever about the sheath, so... Zoom back in here so we can get a look at this thing. So it's definitely a useful knife. It's not, you know, it's not a market leader in its price range. And, you know, I don't have any problems with the AUS 8 steel. I have a couple knives with it, no problems with it. It sharpens up easy. Yeah, it loses edge quicker than, you know, a lot of steels, but that's fine. I don't mind sharpening my knives, you know, especially before any big trip. It makes me feel better to go out and sharpen them and use them heavy and do all that. So, cool little knife. You know, like I said, my only complaint about the knife, I think the design is terrific. I think the ergonomics of the handle are terrific. The feel's terrific. The sharpness out of the box is terrific. You know, my only issue with this is it's not very competitive with the price. And this is kind of unusual for me because this is my first knife that's a full flat grind knife that's full tang with the overlay handles. I believe Becker makes a couple like this as well, and I think Rat Cutlery does also. So, you know, I think those might be my next investment, or maybe Becker's or something like that, because I think it's does kind of remind me a little bit of the Becker's and the Gerber Big Rock camp knife. So, just figured I'd show, and hope you guys enjoyed.